Hi everyone, this is Killshot from 999 Gaming, and you are the 999 Army. This is The Walking Dead Season 10, Episode number 6, Beta with Benefits. We got a lot of stuff going on this week. Hopefully you guys are ready to get into some really, really good predictions, some funnels, some recaps, all of the above. Let me give you just a real quick snapshot of what you can expect. Tonight we're going to talk about the Negan Beta dynamic, a little bit of alpha in the background. Later on tonight at 9:30, we're going to do our Easter eggs, hidden clues, and news. So we had fun with that last week. Got some things that you might not have caught, but you're going to want to participate in that live. And then all throughout the week, we're doing double shots, everybody. So hopefully you guys are ready to go. I'm feeling 100%. Last week is over, and we are ready to roll into this week. I want to give a special shout out to the Patreon Army. Thank you so much for everything that you guys do. And let's get into tonight's topic. Yes, there's going to be a lot of comparisons, a lot of competition. It was almost like Play Dead Live when you had the Wheel the Bill crawfish thing going on in the background. We got a little bit of Beta and Negan. And we got to talk about the strategy of Negan and a little bit of the, I guess, the hints, the innuendos, but they're not quite the innuendos that you might think. I think there's a play on words there with benefits. There are certainly benefits to being in the upper echelon of the Whispers, and we're going to identify what a few of those benefits might be throughout this stream. So let's start with the he's a threat. So something that was very, very apparent from the start is Beta. Well, first of all, Beta doesn't want to let a lot of people in the inner circle. And I think you could look at it from a strictly relationship type of thing, but it looks like the Alpha and the Beta, the closest they ever get is that Mr. Spock handshake that they do with each other. You know, Alpha does a little bit of kind of the lip touching type of thing, but she does that with everybody. Gamma walks up and it's touch her on the lips. Okay, now you may speak. So they got all these little neat codes that they do. But Beta all throughout this is like, he's a threat, he's a threat. Alpha puts the smack down. She just comes out and says, he's a threat to the Alpha or to the Beta. And how many... Did you guys just not want to say, busted? She got you right there, man. I mean, come on. You're like making it look as if he's going to, you know, unravel the operation you got going on here. But it really is about, it's that quality time. You know, we saw the backstory. We saw all the things that Beta went through. He doesn't have anybody to talk to. And now he go in, kick in the door every once in a while and say, yeah, I think we should do this. And, you know, he has this whole theory. And she's just not going to, she won't kill him for it. Beta gets some leeway. The other guy, remember the other guy that you thought might have a little bit of leeway? What are we going to call him? Nick? Remember Nick? Nick the Whisperer. Well, anyway, he said that Beta should not be doing the little nicks, and then he got nicked, and then he became a Guardian shortly after. So, R.I.P. Nick the Whisperer. We got Dorothy Martin super chat and said last night's episode was pretty good. Dorothy. On a scale of 1 to 10, what is a pretty good? Is that an 8? Is that 8.5? What do you guys think? Let's get another score in this one. We will talk about it later on tonight. I've been getting Pulse surveys from, this is like the 4th video we've done where I've asked you guys to give a score. I did see a couple people change their score. Some people said 8, and was it you, Rolex? I think Rolex said 8, watched it a couple more times, and gives it something in the 9s. I started out with an 8 too. And then I'm not moving. Rolex like, I know why he's going 9.1. You guys are going 9.1 because I firmly stayed with my 9. I'm not moving the needle at all. I only changed the number once, everybody. It's not going to be an 8 to a 9 to a 9.3. Will the Bill's giving it a 10? Oh, no. Natalie with the sad jack-o'-lantern face gave it a 5. Natalie, what is up? What's up with that? I got a fist bump from the crawfish. All right. You know what? I keep forgetting to mention these things. They're really cool. But thank you for that. We do super chats. Obviously, if there's a super chat, you got to comment. I'm going to call on you. But there's these brand new things out there called super stickers. They're appropriate. They're cool. If you don't have anything to say, they fill in the blanks, right? So, yeah, sometimes you can... I didn't know there's a fist bump one. But that is a new feature from YouTube. I think it's gonna be a neat feature for when we do our Freestyle Fridays and Play Dead Live, especially... I know there's one that says game over. So I got a feeling that when somebody dies during Play Dead Live, they're going to get some game over in there. and a big green thumbs up as well. Perfect. Thanks, Crawfish. Crawfish is our newest villain. Well, I won't say villain. Crawfish is one of our newest characters on Play Dead Live. I think it's too early to say hero or villain. Tune in Friday. You'll learn more about our cast of characters on Play Dead Live. So we got, I want to get back. Natalie says, for me, it just lacks something. I can't just pinpoint it kills. Natalie, it might have lacked something. I don't know if it lacked enough to give it a 5. I mean, that's pretty brutal. Like 5, Natalie, you're getting into Fear the Walking Dead scoring now. I won't pick on you, though. We all got a right to our opinions. I thought it was, reading the spoilers, I thought it was an 8. Watching it and some of the extra stuff, especially the Negan, Jeffrey Dean Morgan just absolutely, he killed it. His acting alone, I thought, is worth 6 points just by itself. Grimes on the radio. That's something. You guys, see, here's the thing. I don't know all these super stickers. So when you guys do a super sticker, I'm going to look at it and be like, what the hell is that? It's an egg with a cape. So thank you for that, Grimes. And I think it might be a piggy bank too. I don't know. Anyway, thank you for that. You guys are killing me, man. All right, you know what? This is just madness. This is madness. How am I going to do these? I wish there was like a text line or something. All right, we got Leonard Benedetto says, thanks Kills and 99 Army for keeping this channel alive. Love the info. Hey, Leonard, let me say this. Thank you guys for keeping this channel alive. I'm a dude with a microphone. You guys come up with the theories, the predictions. I mean, love being a part of this. I got a few more stickers. I got Gushy doing a little, I like that dance though. I'm kind of into that. Will the Bill, Unicorn, thank you for that. And then Commodore, yeah, next time. That is definitely that was one of the ones that I saw as far as the stickers that we're going to use on Play Dead Live. So you guys might see me, somebody dies, you might see me do one of those or a game over, for some questionable decisions. And it's going well. Is this feeling like all right, you know what? Now that we've gotten completely sidetracked, I do want to tell you guys a little bit of what's going on with December as well. We're going to get back to Beta with benefits, and I've got a lot of bullet points I'm going to talk about, so don't go anywhere. I promise I will reel it back in. But there's 2 more episodes of The Walking Dead before they take a break. And I'm sure a lot of you guys, real quick show of hands, how many people, even when Fear the Walking Dead and when, there you go, Deborah. Deborah's getting my point here. How many people, even when Walking Dead was taking a break, was here during the spring, was here during the summer, did random things, did Freestyle Friday, everything, or just a part of everything that we do? And you guys will see that we don't take a break. So Will the Bill missed a few streams, but Beta and Negan interaction is why I give it a 10. Priceless. That's why I give it a 9. There were a couple little small things, Will, that I am going to touch on. I won't pick it apart, but I do have to give objective criticism. You know what? I don't even know how to respond to that one, Crawfish. Fluff says, thank you for all the veterans in our group. Y'all are legitimate real heroes. You know what? That actually deserves a sticker or a shout out. It is Veterans Day, and I know many of our viewers are veterans, or let me ask this question. How many of you are veterans, or your husband or wife was in a branch of the military, or you have a relative that was in? Thank you for that, Fluff. I appreciate it. Because I do want to take a second. If there's anything that I would like to stop and interrupt this stream for, it would be thank you so much. My dad, veteran as well. My older brother, my younger brother. So, yeah, like everybody in my family except me. Seems like it's but I got a lot to be thankful for. So, certainly, appreciate my family. So, want to just give a special thank you to each and every one of you as well. So, let's transition to, there's only 2 more weeks of The Walking Dead. And I know some of you are going to say, oh my gosh, what are we going to do? We're going to be off for 5-6 weeks. And there you go. Emmy said it best right there. Thank you to all of you. Thank you for all the veterans and the people that are families and show the support for your families of the veterans. So anybody here wondering like what we're going to do in 2 weeks once the month of December kicks in? So in the month of December, we are going to have Walking Dead streams, but we're going to have 3 streams that are Walking Dead with benefits. They'll be our benefit streams. So one of those will be on Tuesday nights. And if you guys have not been a part of Random Things, it is an acquired taste. It's kind of like sushi. Just show up for it. You may like it, you may not like it, but it is completely random. So Tuesday nights in December, starting December 3rd, we will kick off our Random Things. Wednesday night, we toyed around with this, I guess, a couple weeks ago, and someone said, hey, we should do like What If Wednesdays. And I'm thinking like, that's a great idea. So Wednesday nights, we're going to do What If Wednesdays for The Walking Dead. We're going to pick Walking Dead scenarios. I think a common one is, what if Merle were still alive? Or what if Rick would not have went away? There's a lot of different what if scenarios that we can do. And then, of course, Freestyle Friday. So in addition to our Walking Dead topics, 3 nights a week, we're going to be doing some different things. And I think it's it's a great way for our group to continue to socially network. And we got an awesome group. It's a fun group of people. And if you guys don't know what we're all about, join us. Just hang out with us a little bit. All right. Now we're going to get back to the Beta with benefits. So Negan says to Beta in that moment, look, big man, I ain't going anywhere. I'm here for her, not you. Did Negan force Beta's hand at that moment? Beta did make the joke. He did kill the person. But my question to you is, did Negan see that coming? And did Negan kind of force the sacrifice? Is Beta so... Beta might not be the smartest person in the world. Would you guys agree that if there was an IQ contest between Negan and Beta, Negan is probably going to score much, much higher in that competition? I just kind of got that feeling. Exactly, Taya. That's kind of what I wanted to say. He doesn't seem extremely bright. So I'm not 100% sure, but it was almost like Negan created the distraction by pushing Beta's button. Almost as if, look, I need to make him kill somebody or do something to give me kind of a chance. Because I think Negan kind of got that vibe like, this guy's leading me somewhere and he's going to kill me. So that's why Negan got that real tough, moment. He didn't wait around for his destiny or his fate to be decided. He basically kind of whispered, hey, big man, I ain't going anywhere. I'm here for her, not you. Because I think he knew if he even insinuated anything with Alpha, that would make Beta do something. He's either going to swing on him or he's going to create something, or he did exactly what he thought he was going to do. He stabbed the Whisperer and surrounded Negan. And it was like his ultimate entrance. And the reason why I think Negan had some variation of that planned is because of the kneeling thing. When Negan saw Beta kneel, at first glance you think, oh, he's laughing at Beta. But he's not. He's smiling because he knows what it takes to one-up Beta, to impress Alpha. And now all he has to do is get a distraction or a situation. And Debbie Feaster, I think he made a plan, but it's one of those plans like maybe it works, maybe it doesn't work. Okay, well, his plan is extreme because it got him surrounded by walkers. And did you guys catch, he had the makeshift Lucille. I thought that was cool. We'll talk about that tonight. But that made his ultimate intro. And I do like when he walked in, Alpha, she's got the eyes closed, like I expected more, and then bam, out of nowhere. And the visual there was almost like, it's like he was Moses, like he was parting the sea of whispers. So he walks in and they just circle around like there is a new badass in town. And classic Negan, classic introduction. But the kneel was the icing on the cake. Prior to that, one thing that I also really enjoyed with Negan is the competition. He knew it was not a competition. See, I think Negan knows when he can win and when he can't win, but he certainly did the skin competition to almost make Beta feel like he's the winner. I'm sure if Negan really wanted to, he probably could have skinned a bigger skin than that. But I do think he wanted Beta to have that moment to get him to let his guard down. We got Drama King. Drama King says, Beta killed the Whisperer that gave Negan some pig. He did. And that's where I think the timing of that was really good. Now, I don't think Negan sit down beside that Whisperer to get him killed, but I also think once that happened, Negan was probably smart enough to know, you probably shouldn't have given me that piece of meat. I don't think he intentionally tried to get food from him, but he certainly capitalized. And that brings me to a pretty big question here. And I won't end this video on this question, but we see a different level of dealing. Now, do you guys remember last season when Negan was locked up and he wanted to kill himself? And he seemed serious about it as well. Thank you, Sherilyn Tuck. Appreciate that super chat. So, name something, and let's see how many different topics we can name. How many things do you think have happened or Negan has done that he regrets? Just start typing them. Just things he's either seen, things he's orchestrated himself, things that he feels guilty about, things he wished he would have done differently. Just give me a whole list of things. The Carl singing, absolutely. Sasha dying, again. Yep, death of Glenn and Abraham, absolutely. Cheating on his wife, Crawfish, absolutely. Mix them up, everybody. Once you see one, type something different. I want to get as many different Negan situations. Killing in general, treating his wife bad, burning Dwight's face, burning Dr. Carson's face, not killing Brandon sooner, Olivia, the way he treated Olivia, man. Not working with Rick. I don't know if he regrets killing Spencer. Spencer might have been one of the things that they did. Taking Dwight's wife. All of those things, right? Throwing the doctor in the fire. So, look, there are certainly some things he probably doesn't regret. But other than Negan having that moment where he wanted to kill himself, and this is going to tie in to a very, very big picture. So I don't do this often. Well, before we do this, everybody here that enjoys The Walking Dead, like this episode, is going to be with us all week. Do me a favor, hit the like button, because I'm about to bring a macro viewpoint of The Walking Dead. So Negan has done all of these things. All right, table that for 1 second. And I want you guys to think about Carol. What is Carol dealing with right now? Give me a few adjectives or feelings that describe Carol's current situation. Vengeance, loss of her son, death of Henry, anger, grief and revenge, depression, emotion, hopelessness. Some people said PTSD. All of the above, right? Okay. All right, let's table Carol for a second. Now Sadiq Give me a few emotions. Give me a few vibes that you're feeling from Siddiq right now. We'll mix it up. So you got Negan, you got Carol, and you got Siddiq. Paranoid, guilt, PTSD, regret. Okay, I got to make a couple points here for the group. Isn't it shocking? I mean, absolutely shocking that Carol and Siddiq are going through all this trauma, and Negan has more, probably more he's lost, more he probably feels guilty for, and not one bit of PTSD. Not the flashbacks. Not all of those. I think it's interesting. I'm not saying that it's all going to come out. But he just, in one moment, saw a mother and her son killed, picks up a rock, beats down Brandon, throws on a leather jacket, and goes to his next mission. Now, that wasn't the big comparison that I wanted to make, because this is going to be a topic for the next 2 weeks. If Siddiq was just dealing with PTSD, Siddiq is not an A character on the show. Is it interesting to you guys that Siddiq is getting more FaceTime on the show than almost anyone other than Daryl, Carol, and Negan? Siddiq is probably getting the fourth most FaceTime of anyone on the show. Now, I don't think that that's just a sign that he's going to die. See, I think normally you could say, yeah, they're ramping him up, he's going to die. This is starting to feel like that within the next couple weeks, Siddiq is an integral part of the story. And somebody brought this up, I think it was Roxanne Dunlap, on one of our Facebook posts. Is it also not extremely odd that we see Siddiq with his baby, Siddiq flashback, Siddiq with Alpha? Not just somebody going through struggles. Is it not also extremely weird that of all the people that we keep hearing in Siddiq's flashbacks, Enid is a big, big part of that flashback? What is it about Enid that keeps getting in Siddiq's mind? Look, maybe I'm overplaying it here, but I just never thought Siddiq was that big a character to get this much FaceTime. No offense to Avi Nash, but it certainly seems like they are driving this story home. We got another super chat. We got Will the Bill. Will the Bill says, Negan can easily put bad memories to the side. He knows he can't let things get to him in order to survive. Well, Will, I don't disagree with that. But Carol is struggling doing the same thing. And one could argue that Carol has went through that emotional roller coaster just like Negan. She wanted to put her guns down. She didn't want to live anymore. And then she went through it again, and then she kind of is processing it. She's working through it. So, great point. But I guess what surprises me about that, Will, is the fact that how is it going to affect Carol long term? Commodore, not this season, but if Negan saves everyone, comes back into power, and Rick makes his way back, what will go down and where will the loyalties be? So Crawfish, I don't think I don't think Negan is going to have the ability to recruit Alexandrians. However, I think you bring up a good point. Could Negan be the person that redeems some of the whisperers that probably got lured into it that should not be killed? What do you guys think about that? Maybe if Negan is to rise to any sort of power, it's with this group of kind of ruffians that's out there that nobody else is going to be able to handle. Maybe there's a few good ones. They just got caught up with the wrong people. I had a couple more super chats in here. We got DeMilo Young. Do you think Sadiq attached Enid? I do want to give a counter argument to this because I think this is a good argument. Heart of Nixie says, maybe Alpha was trying to decide between killing Sadiq and Enid. Maybe he feels guilty because she chose to kill her instead of him. I think that's an excellent possibility. So, but I will say this, Heart of Nixie, there needs to be more than what we're seeing right now. From a viewer, I have to tell you guys, if there's not a bigger story to the Sadiq situation, and let me give you a bare minimum. I'm gonna give you, like, if this happened, it's a 7. Sadiq suffering from PTSD. He doesn't want to hurt anybody else. He's already jeopardized the life of his child. He kills himself. Okay, to me, that's a cop-out. I'm giving it a 7. I think it's a played story. It's not worthy of the hype from last season and all the flashbacks. I'm going to give it an average. But to Heart of Nixie's point, if Sadiq was in that final situation and he got to live and Enid died and he feels guilty because he's the one that had to tell the story and she was the last person and he had to deal with watching all of that, I'm going to give that an 8.5. I'm going to say it's good. It's better than where we're at right now. And I'm going to ask you guys, based on those two scenarios, does that seem workable? I mean, is that going to kind of drive you and intrigue you as an audience? What do you guys think about those two scenarios? You know, we've seen all these flashbacks. We've heard the voices. He can't take it anymore. He checks out. I'm not real hyped about that storyline. And then, you know, like I said before, and I'm just going to ask everybody that's here, not partiality, from a strictly story perspective. If I add a third element to that, and you guys see flashbacks this week and next week that Sadiq had participated and he's blocked it all out and now it's haunting him, what would you give that potential story? I mean, would that be enough shock and awe for the audience to be like, whoa, they hid this for like a whole season and then they just dropped the ball like that? I think that is such shock and it's going to blow the audience away. I think it's an incredible story. I don't know if the writers had planned it enough in advance and then they had the foresight to drop it on the viewers like that. I think it'd be amazing if they did. It may be too little too late because, you know, if they've already planned it out, but I just think that would resonate like with the audience, like unbelievable. So a couple more super chats in here. Will the Bill, is everyone going to die from the bad water? That's a lot of death on our side with no wow factor. Will, I'm going to say there's going to be a couple like Cheryl and the Grim Reaper, and, you know, they're there. I think Aaron is going to tell everybody what's going on, and it's the water. I mean, we've seen that. There's no way it can't be the water. Look, it might be a little bit of a plot hole if it is the water, because I know a lot of you are saying Deanna had a filtration system and they should be boiling the water. But doesn't it seem like we saw the obvious? We saw Gamma cutting the guts in the water. Aaron saw it, and Aaron's going to be the hero and come back and say, hey, it's the water, everybody. And then they figure it out and everybody gets well. I'm good with that. I'd rather that happen than a whole bunch of B characters. They're not even B characters. A whole bunch of C characters die. Rosita would be the only one. But I will tell you this. There is zero possibility that a character of the stature of Rosita dies from polluted water. Seriously. Don't even fall for it. Rosita is white as a ghost right now. She is sick, no doubt about it. But come on, you guys think they're going to kill Epic Rosita with water poisoning? No. Come on, everybody. It's not going to happen. Cheryl, yes. Cheryl's going to die because she lost her she shed. Cheryl can die. I mean, she's already flirted with Dante. She's flirted with Sadiq. She's good. Let one be the casualty, but not Rosita. All right, we got Jim. Jim09, super chat. Thank you so much. Did it bother anyone else that they kept bringing Coco around the sick people? Really, a no-no in healthcare. Babies have immunity. Will Coco get sick? Is this why Rosita is crying, perhaps? I got to find out why Rosita's crying, because that at this point might be the biggest mystery of all. We're like, did Sadiq tell her something? Did Sadiq die? There's three big possibilities of why Rosita could be crying. Sadiq did something and he comes clean and tells her the truth. Sadiq tells her, I can't be around the baby anymore. I almost killed her because I took her up to the top of the windmill. Or number three, he kills himself. I mean, I think those are the real three things that are going to happen. All right, we got another super chat. Will says, so, who in the stream is getting the nickname Taterbug? That's a great one. You know what? I'm going to write that down. I guess it's like, who in the stream wants the nickname Taterbug? That might be a better question, Will. Ben Stevenson, Rosita crying might be from a Sadiq suicide. Yeah, I mean, I think that's A, B, or C. He certainly jumps in the water this week. We're going to table a lot of the water jumping because there is going to be a Sadiq stream this week. He's literally like in the stream. He's having a panic attack. He's beating on his chest. He can't seem to get over the hump. He's put water on his face. He jumps in the water. I think you're probably going to get that moment where he's like floating in the water. I think the flashbacks are going to happen at that moment. I know I said he may be hypnotized, but let me ask this. I don't think he's going to drown himself, Laura. I think it's probably shallow enough where he can swim. But I got a feeling this week he's going to jump in the water and we're going to get an extended flashback while he's face down floating in the water, and you're going to think that he is going to drown himself. He's going to remember everything that happened, and Dante is going to save him. That is my bold prediction. I'm giving it to you guys early. But I do think that because we saw him put the water on the face, or he put his face in that small bowl of water, and that's when he really got into the wake-up call, I think now that he's going to be like fully immersed in the water, that we're going to get like a good 20, 30 second, complete transparency of what happens. Then Dante saves him, and then he tells Rosita what really happened, and we get the kind of, tear thing. However, let me say this. If it does kill two birds with one stone, so if Sadiq did bring harm on Enid or Henry or anybody else, if he did forget about it, if he jumps in the water and he does remember, and even if he is saved, he will self-exile. He will leave the group, and I am going to say, oh man, should I do it now? You guys want the super bold prediction? All right. If you guys want the super duper bold prediction, give me a thumbs up right now. Because then I'm going to tell you whose death Sadiq takes. Give me a thumbs up. Tell me you want it. There's only one path for Sadiq right now, and it is to take Andrea's comic death. Sadiq will know that he has no history. He has to make amends for it. He will be the one to lead the walkers off the cliff. Somebody's got to do it. It's the only way. So we're going to have mixed feelings about him because he was forced to do something that I think it's the only way for him to go down as a hero. We've had so many predictions about what it took for Negan to get redeemed. I think we need a little bit of dirty for Sadiq. I think we need to dirty him up just a little bit more before we have him be the one that goes down in history to save the group. So let him kill Enid by force. Remember he did it. And then, a couple episodes from now, take him all over the cliff. Slight redemption. It puts him, in my mind, not in that gray area anymore. It puts him like, okay, I understand it. It's life. People do things that they regret. And then they live their whole life trying to make amends for it. So I think that would be something that would kind of build him up. We're about 35 minutes in. Do you guys know about the Chipmunk Challenge? Anybody? Who here knows about the Chipmunk Challenge? And I'm not going to let it go. I'm not going to let it die down. So cast your vote right now. You think, are you going to vote for Kel or are you going to vote for Emmy? See, Kel thinks that Michonne is going to die. Emmy says there's no way Michonne is dying this season. So whoever loses will sadly have to do a song in a chipmunk voice, and it will be posted on our Facebook fan page. So if you guys don't have incentive to join our Facebook fan page, that's all the incentive you need right there. Somebody is losing, and I don't think Michonne's dying either. However, it would be a hell of a curveball to throw to the group. But no, we got Virgil, we got the Rick story, we got Maggie coming back, we got contact with other communities. Michonne ain't dying. She ain't dying. She's on that boat. She's on that boat with Virgil looking for Rick Grimes. That's good stuff, everybody. Hey, we're going to wind this thing down. I wanted to get with the beta with benefits, but the last thing I want to ask everybody, because I did want to draw that comparison to Negan's ability to block a lot of things out. But in the bigger picture, the officer status with the Whispers is not about who can get in the sack with Alpha, even though Negan is making it sound like that. It is really about being able to offer your opinion without being nicked. It's about getting a little bit more face time. It's about setting the tone and the direction. It's a little bit more about trust. And I think Negan's purpose to that is, let me get about 5 minutes without somebody looking over my shoulder. Let me be able to go out and check on this. Let me be able to offer a suggestion. And that's the type of thing Negan can do to build trust and to build loyalty for whatever his plan may be. And I don't see Negan as somebody that's going to sacrifice himself and lead walkers off a cliff. I think that is a redemption tour for somebody. I do think Negan is probably ultimately going to be the person that gets the alpha kill, but they have to do the best they can because the viewers already know the story. The viewers already know that, have complete trust for Negan. You know what? The most shocking thing this season would be if they ever push Negan back toward the dark side, or if Negan had to help kill somebody to prove his loyalty. The things that they've got Negan doing, and I got to ask you guys this question, and I'm going to be completely cynical here, but do you guys think it was just a little bit, this is why I'm not giving it a 10. This is why it's a 9. Isn't it a little bit corny to have Negan dig a hole, to skin a walker, to kill a pig with a knife, and to cook? If that's all you need to do to get into the Whispers, it's like, sign me up. Would it not be a better situation, and I'm not saying we're done, What if Luke is taken and all this theory about whether Sadiq was made to kill Enid or Henry? What would you guys think if Luke was captured and in order for Negan to earn his stripes, Alpha asked Negan to decapitate Luke? Give me your thoughts. What would you think about Negan at this point? What if the last initiation is for Negan to kill the next person and put their head on a pike? I want to get your thoughts. Because if I'm Alpha, that's what I'm doing. I'm not going to have the man dig a hole in the ground. Anybody can dig a hole in the ground. Joey the Gator says he would be awesome. So, if he did it, is Negan redeemed? Or does Negan not become the hero at that point? And it is an interesting story because Angela Kang has said there are some really interesting things in the Negan story. How would you feel about Negan if he had to kill one of our own in order to carry out a plan to help the entire group? And that is the cliffhanger, everybody, that I'm going to leave each and every one of you to think about. I think the initiation, if that's all Alpha had Beta do, that's a weak introduction. That's why I gave it a 9. I thought, dude needs to prove himself a little bit more. And she might not be done. I mean, I can't assume she's just going to say, hey, you're on board, and now you're going to walk around with us and talk a whole lot. She's got to have some other things planned for him. All right, everybody. Hey, I want to thank each and every one of you for being here. We're going to be back at 9:30. At 9:30 tonight, we're going to do a recap. We're going to do Easter eggs, hidden clues, and news. So a lot of things we talked about, we're going to bring those in. I'm going to give you a few things. We might have mentioned one or two, but I'm going to give you several different things from last night's episode that you might have missed. Ecom in the house says, does Negan get a mask next time we see him? Yes. I think he does. I do think he gets a mask. And I think that the fact that they said, Carol said he's not going to wear a mask or he's not going to shut up. I think Carol said one, Daryl said the other. I think they will actually give him a mask. But I think he gets to keep his leather jacket. All right, everybody. We will talk about that and some other topics tonight at 9:30. If you guys are going to be here, give me a quick 999 in chat right now. I want to take a show of hands to see who's going to show back up because we're going to have a lot of fun with that stream. Also, make sure you guys hit the like button. Real quick shout out to the Patreon Army. Thank you so much. They're in the top left-hand corner. If you guys want to become a Patreon, there is a link down in the comments below. Also, to my PDL sponsors. They bring our Play Dead live game to you every Friday night. We're doing River Rage this Friday. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be an experience level module. Show up Friday night. You're going to have a lot of fun. There's going to be a few interesting things that you will not see coming. So if you like to be surprised, you'd like to play along, you'd like to be involved in the group, then be here Friday night as well. Also, special shout out to our super chatters and our super stickerers, whatever. Thank you so much for posting the super stickers and also all the super chats. You guys are absolutely amazing. My green team, you guys can see all the custom emojis. Thank you so much to the green team. There's a join button down below. If you guys want a custom badge or you want custom emojis, it's right there for you by hitting the join button. Also, my moderators, Emmy, Steph, Tommy, Kells, best mods in the business. I love that. Roxanne Dunlap says 999 Army, so happy to have our kills back. I'm back, right? You guys see any ill effects of that cold last week? I drank some of the water in Alexandria. I figured out it was the water. I got myself well, and boom, I'm back here with you guys right now. I'm going to go have a Red Bull, and then I'm going to be back here at 9:30 doing it all over again. So thank you so much for everything that you guys do. I'll see you guys in a little bit over an hour. Peace.